All right. I hit live and realized my my lights weren't on. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Let's try this again. Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I was actually about to record an Ableton Move video today, and just get this camera. I was about to do just a regular Ableton Move video, and when I took it out to practice what I wanted to work on for the video, I realized there was an update, and yeah, so it's 1.4, and just look here. I don't know if this is big enough. We might have to. Okay, should be okay. Yeah, so they added a few things, and actually it's not a huge update. The last one, the 1.3, had some big stuff in it, like you were able to use it as an audio interface and whatever. This one, there's one big thing, which is this first one, and then the other ones are interesting. Like, overall, it's interesting. It's not a huge update, but there are a bunch of things to what is it? Not improvement of life or life, whatever, whatever they call that. It's that kind of update. There are a bunch of interesting little things, but the main one, I'm gonna get right into it, is this here. They say added fourths layout in key mode. Open the key and scale menu shift. Okay. So basically what it is when we played instruments, we had to do it like this. And if you guys have Ableton Push, it looks different. You're able to do the chord patterns and whatever. They added that to this, which is fantastic. Like, this is worth the update. Not that you're not going to update it anyways, because it shows up right from the beginning. But so all you have to do, you go to Shift and this one here, the note. And if you scroll down to octaves, if you hit, then you just hit the wheel and you go to fourths instead of octaves. So octaves is the look we had like this. So if you wanted to play a triad, you're looking like this. But now, all of a sudden, you'll recognize this if you use push. So that is a huge change. Like, I hadn't even really noticed. Like, I sort of got used to the old way. I had noticed right from the beginning that it was like that, and I sort of got used to doing it that way. But yeah, it was almost surprising that they didn't have it set up. Now they've got it set up. So I think I'm going to leave it on this, and then when you go to this mode, it'll work on whichever instrument you're choosing. I'm not sure if it'll stay when we do a new track. Let's find out. So let's do this. I'm pretty sure it'll just stay. So if we go here, yeah, we're still in this mode here on this new track. Okay, so once you switch it, it stays that way for whatever. So anyways, that's the big update. If you saw the title, it said one huge update, you can leave now, because that's the main thing. But there are some other interesting things, actually. Let's go through, just get this one back up. It's now possible to add a new clip for the currently selected track in note mode by holding Shift and then pressing step 14. This automatically selects the newly created clip. This, again, is going to make it more like Ableton Push, because if we're sitting here, let's say we record, we'll leave a metronome on. And it used to be, if you wanted to add a different clip, you had to go here and then go here, like press this one. I'm not going to press it. I'm actually going to go right back to where we were. And then if you hit the Shift and this, it will let you this. And then see here, it added a new clip. So you don't have to go back and forth between the two screens. It's weird because all of these updates in my head, I'm like, why weren't they there in the first place? It would have made a huge difference. But I'm so happy. Like, obviously there's so much stuff to put in there that, you know, they're iterating in little bits and pieces. Oh, I should have gone to, oh, okay. I'll just show you again in case, I realized I was still on that screen. So if we'll record. So we've got this recorded, and then if we want to add, you just press Shift. You press this button here for the new clip, and then we'll record. And then when we go here, you can tell it created a new clip. Each of these created a new clip. So you're not going back and forth to this screen to create a new clip and then going, like, this will make it just so much easier to be able to, do different variations of your stuff. And then once you're done, you can go in here, and if this one wasn't one that you liked, you can delete this one and then copy and paste this one to there. Like, you can move them around, whatever you need to do. So anyways, that's going to be a huge difference, and I'm happy that is in there because it lets you stay more in this note mode. And there are some other updates here too coming up that are the same thing. Like, there are other things that they did to make sure you can stay in here, so you're not like sort of getting out of the flow, doing, you know, preparing your stuff and then going back into to your note mode, and then all of a sudden your creativity's gone. So anyways, okay, this next one is the display. Okay, this is the only one that I wasn't able to figure out what they're talking about. The display now shows the phase of longest playing full bar clip when the transport is running, and an empty clip is in open note mode. I have to sit down and figure this one out. I think I understand what it is, and I think it's something that was like, there's something of when you're recording, in some cases, you're not really seeing the length of the clip. Like, it's not showing it on the screen. So I think that's what it is. It's basically, anyways, we'll look at that one some other time. But yeah, if it's what I think, it'll be useful in specific cases. Okay, added the option to quantize all notes from a single drum pad in a selected clip by pressing Shift Step 16 plus pad combination. This is interesting because if you don't want to quantize your whole drum kit, let's I don't like this. Let's, you know what, we're just gonna create a new one, hope it gives us a good. Yeah, this will work. It's not really a kick drum, but okay, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna try to play. Oh, I keep forgetting the camera. Let me know if I forget that. So I'm gonna try to play it off, and it's tough because you're so used to doing it on. So you can tell, especially those two notes are off. Usually, we've got this. Like, obviously, if I do quantize on the whole thing right now, it won't do it. Like, it'll act the same way because we're not really playing. Like, it won't quantize. Well, it'll quantize the kick drum, but we did the kick drum manually. But anyways, this one here, it used to be you'd go and quantize the whole thing by pressing this button here. But let's say you don't want to quantize the other ones. There's some stuff you like in the other in the other instruments you're playing, the other pads you're playing. We can go and then, as far as I remember, okay, so we press this. You press Shift, you press the quantize, but you hold it down. You can see where it says quantize here, and then you press this. So it tells you this has been quantized. It used to be you just do this, press this, and if you do just press it and let it go, it quantizes the whole clip. We don't want to quantize the whole clip. We just wanted to quantize that instrument. So now it's weird. See, we quantized it. I think there might be a bug here because we quantized it and then I quantized the whole clip And when I did undo, it actually undid the quantize from the pad, not just the clip that I did afterwards. So I don't know if that's a bug or just because it was already quantized, it figures you don't need to worry about the quantize of the whole clip. But anyways, does that make sense? I don't know, it may not. But see, it sounds better now. And if we have this one here, which is a little bit off, and then, so this one here, I want to leave as is because I like where it is. And then this one here. So all we do again is we just press this, hold it down, and then we're quantizing that pad that we had. So I think we'll have to quantize this one too. So now we've got the quantize going, everything's good. So anyways, that's a huge change if you're doing mixes, like if you're doing a mix of quantized and non-quantized stuff. I tend to quantize everything. As you can tell, I just ended up quantize everything. But it is good if you want to leave some of the pads not quantized. So anyways, that's another change. Let's go back here. You can change a track's color by holding shift and then pressing a track button. I never feel the need to use this, but a lot of people do like to have a specific track color, and it's actually pretty easy. I did this earlier, so we press shift, and yeah, you press whichever track you want. If we want to change the color, we just press color here. And it's sort of nice because you can see the color change on the pad as we go. So if we want it yellow, we have it yellow, and we're good. So anyways, a minor quality of life. That's the word I was thinking of earlier. No, is that what it is? Yeah, quality of life improvement. Yeah, it's nice to be able to have and set it up, especially for a lot of people will have their drums a specific color and the bass a different color, whatever, and they're used to that. So it is nice if you're switching one of these out and all of a sudden this is a second bass, like you're using this as a sub bass and this is a second bass, you might be able to go and change this to, like, I don't know, like another blue, or yeah, a lighter blue. So your sub bass will be darker. Is this lighter? There's a few different blues. Yeah, anyways, there's a lighter one. So anyways, yeah, that is useful. And it's now possible that, oh yeah, this I really like. If you want to change a note length, so if we have this, okay, we'll just record this. So we have that's very short. Oops, this is still recording. Yeah, so it'll be tougher with this. Hold on. Yeah, it'll be tougher with this because we're at the end of a, let's do something at the beginning of it. Just to be easier to, oh, hold on, there we go. Forget the screen again. So what we want to do is, if we want to make these notes longer, we just press this note, and then we just press this here, and we press this one, press this here as well. So, see, so now it goes from here to here. Wait till it comes through again, which is really nice to have. That's another way to not have to leave your note, this note mode, to be able to get stuff done, and you know, you're going through and trying to figure out whatever. It's so quick to get it done. So and then I'm assuming, can we make it even longer after? Yeah. And then if we want to go back, maybe make them pretty short, but just, so anyways, that's a good way to do it. And yeah, a nice little improvement. Okay, this one, they removed BPM. I read this through like 4 times. I'm like, like, basically when we go here, you got the tempo, and it used to say 115 BPM. Now it just says 115, which makes sense. You don't really, like, I guess it is redundant to have a BPM in there, but yeah, I never really saw that as an issue. But if you were, I'll go back to it here. If you were tired of seeing tempo 115 BPM, now the BPM is gone. So you just see 115. So small change, but I guess having the least amount of stuff on the screen is always very useful. Chris Jackson says, nice, and thank you for making comprehensive videos for Move Ableton. You're welcome. Thank you for watching them. Yeah, I like doing. Yeah, I love doing these. And every time there's something, it's like I want to share with people, and like I could be telling my wife stuff, and you know, she'll be interested in it, but she won't, like, it changes nothing in her life. So it's nice to have you guys to talk to about it as well. And it helps me at the same time to like wrap my head around stuff that's going on in this. It actually makes me read every single line on here, which I've never done before. So it makes me be able to use Move and Ableton a lot better. So yeah, thanks for watching. And okay, let's see here. When using the option to forget a Wi-Fi network, a notification is displayed that the network was forgotten. So I don't think I've ever changed the Wi-Fi on here since I got it, but yeah, I guess it wasn't clear. That's actually good to know, that you're not, if you're on a more secure Wi-Fi, less secure Wi-Fi, you can know that it's completely gone. So that's good. The next one is sort of similar, where they say when you check for updates, a notification is displayed if no update is available. And I understand that, because what used to happen is when you went here to update, you'd press the update button. If there was no update, it would just sit there. So now, since I updated today, there shouldn't be any new updates. So we do this, check update, no update available. It's a minor thing, but it's nice to know that it just helps you. It helps confirm that it actually checked for an update. So Move is now prevented from entering display standby mode while updating. I never had that issue while updating, but that's good. You don't want anything to mess with the firmware. And improved how parameters are reset after sampling into a drum pad. So yeah. And then the bug fixes: when step automating playback effects, you now see the active parameters at the steps position. Yeah, I don't know what that means. So anyways, so those are the updates that we have. And then if we go a little bit further down here, yeah, and then it's the Move 1.3, which had some huge updates. So it's really nice that they're actually taking care of it. They're updating stuff. They're adding new features every time. There are a few, I want to say, major features, because this the fourths layout that they did, like, this is game changing to be able to to do our chords like this now, instead of or where was it, here, instead of having to get used to all these different fingerings and stuff. So anyways, that's the nicest update. I'm glad that's in there. And yeah, I'll be using, oh yeah, I want to change it back, because it's so useful to have. So, and it's bringing it a lot more in line with push. So, and I've noticed that when I was traveling and I had just this for music stuff, and I noticed that it actually made me better at using Ableton Push, because there's stuff that I was stuck with just what's in here, and it forced me to use a lot of the buttons that I usually wouldn't have checked, because I was trying to do specific things. And then I realized that a lot of those things I was able to do on Push that I never tried in, I don't know how long I've had Push, like 10 years, I think. So, so yeah, it's nice that they're getting closer in functionality too. And yeah, it's an interesting little update. And I'll be playing around with this thing quite a bit this afternoon, I think. So, all right. Well, I think that's it. We're we've got that, and I have a video for the Move coming up soon that I've been working on for a really long time, and I finally have to. I was sitting down today to do it, but I decided to do this one instead because this was more pressing. So yeah, that one's coming up soon about some features that you may not know that you can do on Move. So anyways, that'll be coming soon. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.